my real supporters, they treat me as if, you know, I won because they love me. So win, lose, or draw, they show the same respect. And that's why I show respect to them. So let me finish this text, if you don't mind. Y'all know where I'm coming from, right? All right, there you go. Yeah, this fight does not penetrate my confidence. It does not penetrate anything negative towards my career. You know, there's some people that may be expecting me to, you know, to be, you know, highly upset, you know, down. I ain't down. I ain't upset. This is the sport. And for those that don't understand, when you get in them full squares, it is what it is. And you know, they got, you know, they have the saying, you know, don't leave it up to the judges. But tonight I fought all 12 rounds, which, of course, I expected to do well, which I did, but not everybody expected me to do well. So I'm hoping I gained some respect, and I know I gained some fans, and I'm not bitter. And like I just told Gary, I'm not bitter, I'm not upset, I'm not mad, but I think that, you know, I really think that I came out with the fight, and you already know what it is. You already know what I'm calling for. Let's do this thing again. Let's do it at number 2. Because I seen him huffing and puffing. I seen him doing all that, and I brought it to him every single round. And whatever that steel hammer was, it didn't penetrate this unexperienced, too small, very little, bad footwork. I done heard it all. Man, please. I'm happy. I hope everybody in here is happy. If you're Klitschko fans, be happy. If you're my fans, be happy because I ain't mad. And I just want to say that and get on with the night. I got a lot of supporters that's out there that's you know, that's waiting for me. You know, I need to see my people. I've been down for 3 months, and I haven't seen anybody. So thanks everybody for coming. And you already know what it is, and I'm still considering myself the best heavyweight in the world because I just stood in there and I just did my thing, and you already know what it is. Bryant Jennings, baby.
You're the champ!
All right. Gary, you taking questions?
Take a couple of questions.
What's up, Baba?
Pull this one.
Oh, this one. Okay, cool. I can sit down and get a chance to sit down. You see, I love my people, so I'm on the phone and I'm with y'all. But no, the clinching didn't really bother me. You know, that's what he did, and I adjusted to it, and it didn't necessarily feel like it looked it, you know, when I watched any of his previous fights. So I think I dealt with it pretty good, and I think them body shots was getting off when I was getting clinched. So those are scoring. That's scoring.
Bryant Jennings, what would you want him? You want him? What would you want him to work more on this fight that he didn't do?
I thought from his inexperience. And his little time as a fighter. From what I've seen in the ring, I think he did the greatest job that could be done on the greatest guy that we say is the Klitschko. He's been undefeated in his last 9 fights, I believe, and he more than 9, and he's been beating up everybody, and he didn't lay a scratch on Bryant Jennings. So it'd be real interesting for a rematch.
Next question.
Bryant, Klitschko said afterward you didn't give him many chances to land his right hand. What were you doing to take the right hand away from him?
I mean, you absorb it. You absorb the power, and that's something that a veteran only know how to do, not an inexperienced, too small. Oh, 220s, that's too light. 15. Answer this question. Answer this question. You guys are in here. Did you see any? I mean, I liked his jab sometime, but it ain't have shit on it, and I ain't censored this. It ain't have nothing on it. And by looking at it, by looking at this fight, were there anything that literally stuck out and just say, "Wow, so mismatched"?
I will say this, that where I was sitting inside the crowd, they thought Klitschko's hand, maybe his right hand, might be hurt because he was never throwing it. But during the interview, Klitschko said, because that question was asked to him by HBO, said that Brian's style prohibited him from throwing a right hand. Any other questions? Hold on, whoa, calm down. Keep fighting.
I got you next. Don't worry about it, I got you. Go ahead.
Bryant, I know you want to fight him again, and do you expect him to fight you again, though, based on how...
Do I expect him? That's a little bit too soon. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, this is the first time we're speaking it. I would want him to. Expecting him to? I don't know about that yet. We have to see his reaction.
Do you feel like it took you a couple rounds to settle down and get into the fight?
Yeah, it definitely did. Man, you got to think about it, man. Look. I'm here. I was there. I was in there. You get what I'm saying? And this still is like a dream to me, because it's like I never even imagined to be even accomplishing these things. So I mean, it did take me about 3 rounds to kind of like come on, dude, start moving. Come on, get it in there. But at the same time, I always got to be safe. I always got to be careful, and attack at the same time.
I want to introduce one other member of the team that I spoke about before, and that's our attorney, Josh Dubin. Josh is standing there, and Antonio's there, but at the end of the day, that's the team. You're looking at the team. Any other questions?
Bryant, it seemed like it was tough to get past the long jab that
You
had.
really gonna say that?
That you had the lunge to get to him a number of times.
I mean, according to what I've seen Klitschko do in the past, like I say, if I'm gonna say this, if it looked like it felt, it didn't feel like it looked, when I actually watched his previous fight. So I don't even think that was, I stayed out there. I chose to be there, in order for him to think he wanted to set something up. And every time he went for something big, I maneuvered and I got away from it. So the jab didn't set anything up. That wasn't a dominant Klitschko jab. That was something else. The jab was not effective. So please don't say that.
Jennings, if you don't get the rematch, who's on your radar? Would you love to get in?
Listen, this is the sport, and my rise to the top, it's still on. It's still on, and it don't matter who it is. It's still on, and I'm a very positional fighter. My team is very positional. We don't just fight just to be fighting. We fight to get in position. We're not wasting no time. We going after the best, and that's what we do, and that's what I've been doing my whole career, my whole short career. I didn't even get into the fans. It didn't play a part, not one bit.
Yeah.
Bryant, there was a lot of
There's, have you ever, not calling you out or not putting you on the spot?
It might look easier from the outside.
I get you. So I'm just gonna ask you that question. Have you ever fought?
No, sir.
All right. I'm just gonna enlighten you on how it is when you're in there. Things may look like it's possible from the outside, which it may even be, but I just wasn't comfortable with doing things that way, and maybe once I look at the fight and realize that that's something that I could have pushed a little more for, to go, and be from the outside and, work my way from the outside. But inside of the fight, I think I felt more comfortable, and I think I was more dominant and more effective applying that pressure.
Dan?
Hey, Bryant, back here. My question for you is, good performance from you tonight, but my question is, you had 19 previous fights that you won. This is your only loss, but do you feel like in a loss that you actually gained more maybe with the public by the way you fought the heavyweight champion tonight than in your 19 previous victories?
I think I went out there and did what I was supposed to do, and it's actually magnified because of the expectancy level from everybody else. me doing that was unexpected. So, I mean, even in the loss, they not praise me, but they should be, saluting and showing respect. And that still wasn't even my toughest fight. I swear to God, it wasn't my toughest fight.
What was?
What was?
Yeah.
It was my 11th fight when I fought on 5 days' notice. We got the fight on Tuesday, and then the fight happened on Saturday. It was against Maurice Byron. I had to push myself to the limit. I was dead tired.
We're going to take one more question. But before we take the question, I just want to tell you, I've been doing this for a lot of years. I've been in boxing since 1970. And that's a long time. And it's been a joyous road and a rocky road and a bottom road. And my wife is sitting back there and she's been with me. And it's not easy to stay married and to have a home life and to do what we do, because it's hard to leave everything at an office and forget it, because in boxing we're 24/7. We care about our fighters. That's why I work with JP and Antonio and Josh, and I think Brian himself would tell you, we care about our fighters. They're not a piece of machinery. They're not a car. They mean something to us. So these losses are deep and really hurt, really hurt. But we'll take the last question.
Somebody else too. Is this too many? Go ahead. Thank you.
Can you speak up, please? Just look.
Nah. I have different styles make fights, and I have a lot of things that I know how to do, and I tried it on Vlad. I think he may have caught me one time when I was trying it, but it wasn't effective. And I know how to do a lot of things, but I'm gonna end this with saying, we had a very good training camp, and I definitely would like to salute and thank to my team. Whether I won or lost, I had this speech ready, or this acknowledgement ready to acknowledge every person in my team, which is Gary Shaw, Jay Prince, Fred Jenkins Sr., Fred Jenkins Jr., Edward Jackson, Josh Dubin, Antonio Leonard, everybody, man, from Houston to Philly. We all did a good deed, and we did what we supposed to do, and we coming back, and we gonna do what we got to do, and I'm gonna hold it down. My reign is not stopping, and like I said, it's never penetrated my confidence, and I need people to make sure y'all get on that BY Jennings train, because I'm coming, and I'm gonna make it happen, and when I get it, it's gonna be a problem, because I ain't letting it go.
We thank you.
Julius too. I'm sorry. Julius goes.